just because I don't have the traction or the horsepower to pull this thing.
You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag.
Well, on previous episode, we got some fertilizer spread out. If you haven't watched that, go back, watch that. 7520 is about ready. What else did we do? Greased the truck, unloaded fertilizer. So we got more fertilizer to spread, but I'm at the point where the plows aren't ready to run yet because of the bolts on the tractor. And this probably can pull some of the ground with the chisel plows. So we're gonna go hook up to the chisel plows and get after that. So appreciate you guys watching. Let's get into it. Yeah, let's see what we're doing here. I started hearing banging noises. Well, it had popped up out of that. And so it was hitting every single tree because we got low trees. And yeah, hitting every tree. I'm not so sure how well this is gonna pull these. I'm hoping. We put a new fuel filter on last time. Oh, hold on. We put a new fuel filter on last time. You coming? That didn't solve my 1209 code. I'm pretty sure the sensor's actually bad. It pops up every now and then. It does pull hills a little bit better. I'm not sure if that fuel filter had something acting up in it or not. So last time I pulled these, the chisel plows, it was a 7 shank with this, and it pulled it. It didn't like it very much. Granted, we are bearing it. It uses a lot of the horsepower of the 7520. But, and I added 2 shanks since the last time I pulled it, so we might be, yeah, in for a show. Still got the trailers to unhook. Got dry fertilizer. There's somebody pulling in behind me. Or liquid fertilizer showed up for the planter. Yep. Haven't run the 4230. It does need injectors to be checked or something from when we dynoed it. Just haven't got around to it. But Old Glory on the back of the 7520 plows looking good. Tanker needs to get washed. Yeah, I'm nervous about how quickly this grass is going to be done, and we're gonna have to battle planting corn and chopping grass all at the same time. Well, I'll see if I can hook up by myself. We're hooked up. I gotta load one guy with compost, and then we're gonna give this a send. We should check that tire that got a little leak in it. But yeah, this might not be as fun as one would think. Maybe taking the 7520. Nope, can't do that ever. Never mind. Don't have bolts in the duals, and I'm not gonna put the old ones in just to fight them if they, yeah. So that was a previous episode. You guys probably had watched that, right? Okay, if you hadn't, go back, watch it. Put some air in that tire, even put a valve stem cover on it, you know. And of course, it's friggin' sprinkling. I don't know, I haven't looked at the weather in the last 20 minutes, but I guess it changed compared to earlier. You don't even know. I'm not gonna curse the rain, but I'd like a little bit of time so we could get some things done. We got all sorts of traffic here. People crossing the road, people partying it up. I don't know what's going on there. They're each on one side of the road. There's cars stopped. You guys can't see anything. So alrighty, we're gonna head over. We got 2 fields to do. They're a little spread out from each other. The whole reasoning I'm going to do these are because I think they're dry enough that I can pull the chisel plows. These, what are we doing here? Pull these chisel plows with the 6155. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, especially with more shanks on it than compared before. So we're gonna go do that, and then we only have one other field, which I know it's heavier ground. This tractor will not pull these. So that will be the last field to get chisel plowed. And then the remaining 4 fields I got are all getting moldboard due to either mine, the condition of them, or the cover crop growing in them. Alrighty, I gotta get out of here. There's a lot of people everywhere. The park is absolutely packed. So, gotta, look at it. Packed. So, people don't understand about narrow trees and everything. But we'll jet right through here. Hopefully not hit anybody. Yeah. Tight roads. That's why we don't run huge pieces of equipment. Well, I guess we'll throw these 2 sticks out of the field. So I just fertilized this previously. I got a little heavy there. Some of the drone action got the best of me. We gotta trim some trees back. Like I said, we don't know what the status is of this long term. We know some of it's getting developed. It should be in the field, shouldn't be really touched, but we don't know what really touched means, where they're putting houses and stuff like that. So there's stakes, and there's more stakes over here. Like I said in previous videos, we don't know. More than likely this isn't going to happen this year, just because of permits and everything else going on in the world. But permits, so they put stakes in here, which is really annoying because that's part of the field. But they must be planning a driveway or property line, or that's where you can build, because there is a gas line that runs through it. But CLDRV, I'm gonna say that's CL Drive. But it's not gonna disturb, they're not gonna build, they can't build houses in it. It's supposed to maintain the same look. They did run into issues like having a driveway that's 2,500 feet long. Yeah, the town's not a big fan of that. I think mostly because of fire and stuff like that, but that's part of the permits. So they have to battle through that stuff. I forget how many houses are getting built. Houses. They're probably gonna complain when we haul manure, but it's part of agriculture. I already get people who do that. So more chisels on this thing. It does not like it. So we are in B3 right now, 4.3 miles an hour, like 1,800 RPMs. It pulls it right down. It's not even buried in the ground. So if I bury it all the way, it'll take this tractor to its knees and probably stall it out. So and I run out of traction. So I'm running it with what I can, which these chisel plows are far superior of the ones we had before. So, and I'm swerving all over. I planted this field all messed up last year. It's got big weaves in it. Over here it goes in and out. So we'll get this done. But it just goes to show how much better of a tillage animal the old girl is, and I'm plowing it all crooked because I don't want to end up with all sorts of weird ends over there. I should straighten myself out and stop talking to a camera and focus on what I'm doing. But I'm not running. So I'm not running it all the way in the ground like I would if the 7520 was pulling it, just because I don't have the traction or the horsepower to pull this thing. This tractor's not enjoying it as much. Do what we can do with it, get the job done, and on to the next thing, because It's a nice day. It rained for about 10 minutes and then it lit up and the sun's coming back out. And the weather did actually say that. Another thing, crossing over ruts, this thing is so much rougher. I don't know what it is with the 7520, how they designed it or what they did, because it is so much nicer than even a new tractor. Well, I bet the suspension ones are pretty nice. I know they're actually pretty nice. So this tractor definitely, what my father should have bought, definitely should have had some more horsepower. Should have been more of a tractor. Otherwise, yeah, all this tillage work would struggle with these tractors. We could get it done, but it wouldn't be ideal at all. Well, I guess that's all I'm going to get for drone footage, judging that all 3 of my batteries are dead. They were all charged this morning. The drones just takes a lot of life out of them. You get 30 minutes of flying out of each one, probably. There's a hawk ankles all wrapped up about it. But, yeah, so I've flown it twice because this is the second video of today that I've trying to put together. Figured I'd split up the day, get 2 videos out of it, keep the content coming. Yanko, it's okay. I don't even see it any longer. It's okay. It's somewhere up there. So, it is nice having the wider plows, wider chisel plows, but definitely works this thing. If anybody has an M series that's deleted and tuned, since I know there is some people that do that, drop a comment. Let me know what you like about it or how it's been. Since this thing's under warranty for a while, it's got an extended warranty. I don't see that happening, but it'd be cool to bump this tractor to 190 horsepower, since from what I've understood is a 6155 and a 6175 or whatnot, they're all the same. I don't know even if you get up to the 200s if they're the same or not, what they switch, but I feel like this motor could make more horsepower and all of this headache that I've already had to deal with could go away. I know on older tractors, well, on like 6430s, and yeah, you can tune them. So just like a pickup, to make them run better. So I know buddy down under in Australia sent some tuned ones, that newer ones, and they sounded awesome. They were a different animal, so they wake right up. They're not so restricted. It does not like this. 3.7 miles an hour. All finished up, looking good. So I guess I'll finish up my tacos. Last night when I got home, I might need that again, so better pick that up. Last night when I got home, I had some leftover hamburger meat. Made some tacos. And I know I'm all over the place. These cabs, this thing is not as comfortable as I wish it was. I really wish he had gone with an R series. He was looking at a 6145R, which wouldn't be enough horsepower. It would be cool to plant corn with it, mow, rake, spray. Yeah, that's about it. So I'm glad he went with the 10 more horsepower, but so got some taco meat, some corn, sour cream, olives. I even got myself a taco. I brought 2 of them. I should have had another. I should have brought 3. Even got some extra. You want some taco meat? What's in this? Thought. Yeah. It's all about snacks when you're farming and lunch. I know a while back, last fall, I had asked what everybody's favorite snack was to go farming with. Let me throw you up here for a second. And there was quite a lot of comments that were really, really good. There was some interesting stuff. So that was pretty cool. It's crazy all over the world what people eat for snacks, and some stuff I recognize. Oh, that's pieces for Yanko. See if we can pack it all in there. Then we just got one more field. We'll be in a really good boat. An okay boat. We'll be in a boat. I did drop a piece. Where did it go? Oh, it's all over my stuff. It's all over my bag. I'm making a mess. Yeah, that's not gonna work out too well. Don't worry, I'm not eating off the floor. Landed on my bag that I brought with me. That piece was on the floor. But let's see what do we got. You don't got a big piece? Here. Whenever I'm eating something, you ain't go get some of it too. So, alrighty. Tacos, by far one of my favorite things. Tacos and steak. You like tacos? Hey, you like tacos and steak? He likes them too. So, we're gonna eat lunch. I guess it's almost dinner. Then we'll go to the last one and get that done. And then that should be it for the day, I hope. Be cool right now, GPS steering. I could just like relax, start editing video. Like that'd be cool. Instead I gotta hold the steering wheel and do some things. Someday. Just figured something out, life hack for anybody that does YouTube and has one of these new cabs that has all the plastic in it. The only thing I could find was metal there, and the GPS monitor stand was metal. Everything else is plastic nowadays. The back of the mirror is metal. Got you guys a good spot. I think this will be a good angle. I don't know, you tell me. Do some acres this way. Tell me how it looks. Does it give you a good angle? Finishing up this field, just over halfway done. Oh, there's not enough room in these cabs. So I was just looking up, because I got a buddy who just deleted and tuned his 6430, which is a really good tractor, but he was having emission issues. So it got deleted and tuned, 15 horsepower extra. So the same motor, transmission, I believe it's all the same transmission internal parts, go up to a 6195M series. They do add more weight and more structure to it, but that makes it a 206 horsepower tractor, I think it is. At peak it says. So, I don't know, maybe we could give this thing 30 more horsepower, make it a lot happier. Because we're pulling at third gear E3 at 4 miles an hour right now, and I'm not buried. I'd like it to pull the disc a lot better. Then it would be a really, really good tractor for us. Right now it's almost big enough to do some stuff, but almost too big to do other stuff. Like planting corn with this is kind of overkill. but I'm probably going to plant with it because of the speed and the 7320 being down, unless I get around to fixing that. But the speed, the buddy seat, because me and Yanko, maybe I'll let him sit on it or something, we could party it up, right bud? The cup holder that's down underneath the seat kind of is in the way of Yanko. It pushes in his back, so he sits all funky. Otherwise, it's the same exact cab. I'm trying to think what else there is. Yeah, and there's a door. And the exhaust is on the side. So, I don't know. I guess I'll see. I wish all our fields were nice and square, but we got these odd ends and odd shaped fields. I'd probably get pretty bored if I farmed out west where things were square. Big fields would be cool, but like really big fields that take you 30 minutes from one end to the other, I'd be wicked bored. Then I need GPS and probably a laptop. Yeah, wouldn't be, that doesn't appeal as much to me. I wouldn't mind growing more crops. That appeals to me, but there's a guy that I watch, he's pretty big on YouTube, Mike Mitchell. He's up in Canada, I think they're 46,000 acres. Pretty cool channel. If you don't watch it, go check it out. That's some big ag, but he's pretty down to earth as far as explaining a lot of it and what goes on, and has a lot of content of cool stuff. A lot of nice new gear. So, somebody did comment in a previous video about me going around the outside last or something. Usually I do the end rows last. Some videos, if I'm just tight and I'm trying to figure out the drone, I just go around the outside first. Small fields, you're gonna hit everything like twice on the end, so pretty much marks the perimeter. But yeah, definitely not the efficiency of this tractor compared to the 7520. We would have been already home making dinner if we were in the 7520. And we're finished up. Alrighty, back down the goat path, head on home. Been a good day. Didn't get as much done as I usually would, but that's just the circumstances we are in currently. Decent day. Sorry, old girl, I didn't run you. You're missing some bolts still. You'll be back into it. We got plenty of work left to do. Flag's looking good. I don't know, it worked out okay. I'm glad I got that done. Definitely not the best thing. I don't know, we got to get through the codes and stuff like that. Make sure that's okay, and then maybe it's not going to be a tillage tractor. I don't know. Pulled the disc kind of hard, so yes, like I was saying earlier, I'm probably going to pull the disc with this. Yeah, just to be cool. So appreciate you guys watching. Hope you're liking and subscribing. Some cool content. Always something a little different. No 2 days are the same. But yeah. Till next time, have a good one. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. Really appreciate it. Have a good one.